Okay, so in this video, we are just going to show how to make a quick map. We're in the map view here, um, but we can't really export this, and it's just not a good map. We don't have the legends off to the side. There's not a north arrow, scale, etc. We want to make a map that we can output. And so to do this, what we're going to do is we're going to click the Insert tab up here, and then we're going to do a new layout, and you can choose what size document you want to make. We're going to make a 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. And now you can see we've got a tab here that says layout and then next to our map. So this is a map that we're building that we could output, and then the map tab is over here. So let's build this map. And so the first thing we want to do is add the map to it, which you're going to do by adding a map frame. This default extent, I believe, will show you the whole world. We want what we have in our current map. And so kind of confusingly, I think, you click that and then nothing really happens except your cursor changes. If you click and drag, this is the area the map is gonna populate. So we can do that, and we can see that we have our map. Now, the first problem here is that you can see our zoom is a little bit off, right? Our scale's off. We don't have the whole United States. And so the way that we can edit that, well, first you can actually type in the exact scale that you want down here and click enter. But we could also right click on the map frame, click activate, and now we can move this around and zoom by just scrolling. And so we can make it exactly how we want it. And that looks pretty good. And then click X here. And now we have the map looking the way we want it to look. So that's all well and good, but we need things like a north arrow, we need a scale bar, we need a legend. And fortunately, those things are right up here. So if you click the drop down, you can choose which north arrow you want to use. I'm going to click, let's say, this one. And then just like with the layout, it changes your cursor, and then wherever you drag, that's where it's going to put the north arrow. So now we have a north arrow. Scale bar, you can choose different scale bars. I'm just going to use the default, and I'm going to put it below the map. And so there's your scale bar, and you can go into the properties of that, change it to different units, etc. But for right now, we're not concerned with that so much as just making a quick map that has the appropriate information on it. And then finally, we want to make a legend. And so we can drag and put this legend, because we have our watersheds colored by a certain, by their mean elevation. And so we can reshape that, we can move it. I think, will it fit? Maybe. I'm going to Control Z that and put it down here. But you can move it around after you make it. That was kind of the point of that. But my issue with this is there's way too much precision on these numbers. One, there's way too much precision. Two, it just doesn't look good. And so the way we need to change that is if we go back to our map, right click on watersheds and go into our symbology options. And you can see here's where we have everything characterized. And then there's this option here, which is advanced symbology. And we can go to format labels. And then you see it has decimal places. And so we can go make this, let's say, 1 decimal place. And then close out of that. Now you can see we don't have 6 decimal places at the end of each one. And likewise, it has updated here. Additionally, we could click slow 2 clicks here. So click once, click again, and then we can type mean elevation, and it changes here. So, and again, you can edit this a lot more. We're not doing cartography right now. This is just kind of how to make a quick map. But you can see with a couple small tweaks, your legend looks a lot better. And I'm just gonna do this. And now we have this map document. All right, one more thing, once we have this document set up, we might want to export it. And so you can print it. Actually, so we're in this Share tab. And if you click, you can capture it to your clipboards. You can copy and paste it into a document. You can also go to Export Layout, and you can export it as a PDF, as a PNG or JPEG, SVG if you need vector format to edit somewhere else. Lots of different options here. Be sure you select a folder where you're going to be able to find it, and then you can change the resolution and click export.